All right, I'm being dangerous today. I'm being a little rogue over here at the Grand Canyon. That's where we decided to take the Jeep to. And I'm over here looking at like the cliffside, man. I done got close. I usually don't do this, but there was already footprints here, so I know it's safe to come right here. But yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the video. It's going to be a little bit more footage on taking the Jeep on a couple more trails, a little more off-road kind of footage. And then at the end, I'll give them a whole overall spiel on the vehicle. All right, stay tuned. You laughing at You're gonna see what it's like to drive the Jeep on the snow. That means some real off-road good stuff. You know, check the traction, all that good stuff. Out here in Flagstaff, Arizona, this is the mountain that you can see driving up. And it's nice. Okay. All right, good morning. Welcome to Slay Edge Media, and today we're going to be doing a video, a full snow test, the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. We're going to be going off-road, all up in the snow. We're going to get a full in-depth test. We're going to see what it's like to actually use this vehicle with some off-road. I know that there's different scenes of off-road. You got mud, sand, snow, but basically we're going to be going over some nice, maybe slushy, slightly wet, mostly dry, powdery snow. Now we got a fresh blanket of snow right here on the vehicle. So you see that I'm not joking. This isn't like a place where it doesn't snow. It's real snow here. We're gonna be taking advantage of this lovely terrain that's out here. Look at how beautiful this place is out here. All this lush snow. It's gonna be a good day. So if you know the channel, then you know that the last Jeep video I did was on a Jeep Wrangler Extreme Recon Edition. That one had like 35 with a little bit of lift and everything, and it didn't drive as smooth as one of these guys right here, but I digress. One of the main things I want to talk about right quick, that other Jeep had a soft top, had that soft top convertible. Thank goodness the Jeep Gladiator comes with a hard top, because with this cold, you're gonna need that good insulation. Cool start. You don't even have to use this to unlock the door. You can use the button, unlock all four doors. But something I like, when it's freezing in here, when it's freezing, your heated seat is automatically on and your heated steering wheels are automatically on. I love that. All right, now we look outside. It's definitely snowing out here. It's like super snowy out here. So something you want to definitely make sure you do is use four-wheel drive. You know, some people need change. You know, some people already got four-wheel drive. Especially if you're not used to a certain area, definitely get yourself your chains, get your 4x4 on, because all this right here is pretty much dang near snow. Something I didn't figure out till later is when you're driving, you have to pull that back hard, and it switches it from 2 high to 4 high. And once you're in 4-wheel drive, you're good to go for handling different terrain, different snow and everything. But this is just the beginning, the intro of the snow experience. Gonna actually go off-road and do some real snow stuff. Stay tuned. When it comes to the street drive experience, as far as everything that I experienced driving over roads with like a medium to light layer of snow on the minimal slush, the vehicle seems to perform just fine. As long as you're not going around corners super fast or anything. If you're driving at like a mild-mannered, responsible pace, two-wheel drive seems like it does just fine, because the vehicle, when you have like the all-terrain tires on there, as well as combined with the sheer weight of the vehicle, plus the suspension and everything, and the stance, the separation between the tires, it's able to glide over the snow and the different terrain just fine. It's only when you get into those more hairy situations where the snow is a little bit thicker or there's more ice or more water or something, that then you really need the four-wheel drive. But just normal driving over a road with a little bit of snow, as long as you're responsible, it seems like it was driving just fine for me. All right, time to get some footage of the Jeep in the snow. All right, so in this segment, I found like a big old open field. I thought it would be good to go around here and just check out, see how the vehicle performs. So I kind of decided to take it a little easy at first, starting off in four-wheel drive, of course. You know, went around a little circle. Then I decided to try to make it lose control. You know, just wanted to test the potential, how good it can stay in the direction I wanted to go to, and I felt like it was managing what I was asking it to do with ease, relatively. With ease, I was able to maintain the direction I wanted with four-wheel drive. I thought I was going to be able to get the back spin out, but it did more like a semi-power slide, but it maintains the direction I want to go pretty easily. So I circled back around and I tried to test it out with two-wheel drive this time to see if I noticed a difference. And right away I noticed like a decrease in my level of confidence when I was driving around. I felt like the front was drifting around slightly a bit, going over the icy parts. But other than that, I still was able to get to my destination without sliding off the side of the road. Okay, that was 4x4, then transition to two-wheel drive, so you can see what the difference was. And it was pretty good in two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Get a special angle so I can get some footage of the Jeep going off-road. I'm selecting my route. I'm like looking like, because at the same time I want to go off-road, but at the same time I don't need to be getting stuck anywhere, especially out here by myself. Bro, you saw a little Smokey the Bear sign? I mean, Smokey the Bear is probably hanging out up here. Ooh. This is a straight snow trail right here. I like this. See, Lion, this is what you get when you get a Jeep. Wow. You go out and actually enjoy the nature. Yeah, this is nice. For most of the parts, it's like you don't even really need full four-wheel drive because just the weight of the vehicle is going to help keep you stabilized. Jeez. Oh, look, this guy came up here in a minivan. Oh. There we go. We just get a minivan.
No.
If the minivan can make it, so can we.
Yes, and I'm glad it's an extra one for somebody out there. Somebody.
How far this goes?
See, the minivan had to stop because they can't do everything that we do. Oh, we going, y'all. He laughing too already. This isn't scary. This is good.
Look, there's already tracks here. That means somebody already drove here.
Minivan.
We got four-wheel drive. Which way we want to go?
On the beaten path. Maybe not the beaten path.
Which way?
That looks more beaten.
We're beaten maybe deeper.
Don't listen to me.
Let's go this way because these tracks don't look as deep. Less deep is better.
Oh, okay. No, I would put us in a damn avalanche. You laughing at that, Ellen? Oh! Oh! Oh!
Actually, we're gonna go back because it's a little more than I want. So I'm all for having fun, but at the same time, part of off-road is you gotta make sure you choose a route that's safe. So when I came up on an area where there's not supposed to be no water, but it looks like some water has developed into like a frozen little stream, you got your family, you gotta take preventive measures, So now I'm going the opposite way, and this other way, it's turned out to be a pretty good trail. It's a little bit more frozen. It's in the shade, so it's not as melting. Let's go through some ice. Oh. Oh. Let me see that camera real quick. I'm gonna show a close up of this mud situation. Let's see what this is all about. Let's get going. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We are getting it. Oh, God.
Oh, it looks like there's something up here. I think that's a good spot to turn around. I see it's like an opening.
Yep.
We're really testing this Jeep out today. So no surprise when it comes to the real off-road and in the more mud, thicker, more ideal terrain for off-roading, the Jeep Gladiator is no slouch. In fact, it handles this kind of terrain easily. We are here. We're gonna stop right here. Okay, let me just check around this. Make sure it ain't sinking. Okay, we're good. All right, let's have some fun in the snow. I just have to keep on telling myself, keep going. Don't stop in the mud. Just make sure you keep on going. Keep going, because I've been stuck before. It's been some years, but I'm trying to avoid that. Another thing to consider is the longer wheelbase of this vehicle compared to like the two-door Wrangler or the four-door Wrangler. The vehicle being longer allows the weight to be distributed over a longer surface, so it decreases your chance of getting like stuck in certain little spots. So for drivability, it's definitely got pluses there, but something I would like to see change, especially for this being like new 2022 for 2023 as well. The same engines, they still have the same 3-liter or 3.6-liter V6 Pentastar engine, and I'm glad they're powerful enough to handle the job. They're moderately efficient, but for the amount of horsepower that you get in torque, all the numbers are still under 300. Now I know that the gearing allows for you to be able to handle most situations, but most people are going to also modify these things and put more power on them anyway. For example, there's a Dodge Ram with a small Hemi engine. I think it's a 5.3. That engine alone gets 1 miles per gallon less than this V6 engine, but it has more horsepower and torque than the vehicle. But I think would really increase the sales on this vehicle as well as the desirability on this would be just to move up to the modern age and just put a turbo on this thing. Not only would you get more performance, but you would get more power, you would get better fuel economy, and it would just bring it up to current day. All right, I'm being dangerous today. I'm being a little rogue over here at the Grand Canyon. That's where we decided to take the Jeep to. And I'm over here looking at like the cliffside, man. I done got close. I usually don't do this, but there was already footprints here, so I know it's safe to come right here. Okay, so full disclosure, I spent too much time at the Grand Canyon to go back to any more trails and do more off-roading, which would have been redundant anyway because I did plenty of off-road. I did basically did it in 3 scales: snowy / icy road, then just off-roading in like a normal snowy field. You saw that when I was doing like little donuts. And then the last thing was muddy snow on like an actual trail, like really off-roading, 4x4, real snow, really muddy. Now, for full disclosure, of course, there's different levels to off-roading in the snow. Of course, you may have snow going up to your car, but certain situations of snow, you're gonna have to get a shovel. There's gonna have to be a plow anyway. But as far as actual drivable situations for off-roading, this thing handles the snow pretty impressively. First off, for just a regular road, the weight of the vehicle helps to maintain its space, helps keep it in place, that already does enough right there. And then when you go to a certain situation where you actually need 4x4, I found just driving it, when I put it in just some 4x4, that's enough for me. And of course, there's plenty of other features that come with the vehicle. You got full lockers, front and rear, or rear only, different off-road. I mean, there's no off-road mode button, switch to sand, mud, dirt, etc., etc. But going through the snow, I felt like whenever I needed, just switching to 4x4 was enough. Just regular 4x4 was enough for me. I felt like I got plenty done with this vehicle. I didn't need anything extra. But as you use the Jeep Gladiator, there's plenty of more features that it comes with besides just the 4x4. You got the practicality and usability. You got 4 seats, and you got the longer frame, so it's kind of a smoother ride. And if you get a Rubicon or any other Jeep, I definitely suggest you got to get like the Fox suspension, at least with 1 dampener, or the one with the 2 dampeners fused together for like extra travel, extra smooth ride. If you can, the more dampeners you can get, the better. But at least Fox suspension, so then you can at least get like a smooth ride. Without that, it's gonna be real bumpy, especially if you're gonna have big tires. But you got plenty of usable space in the back of the truck. That's one of the biggest reasons why the Jeep Gladiator is my favorite. You can like lay everything out flat. You don't have to stack it strategically in the back of the Jeep or stack it on top of the thing. You can just lay it out in the back. It's simple, There's so many awesome features that come with the Jeep Gladiator. But for me, I know I wouldn't really want too much lift. Kind of close to the same size tires that it comes with, for best acceleration and fuel economy. Usable. It's just fine like that for me. I don't necessarily need bigger, wider tires. I'd prefer riding in the snow than riding in the mud anyway. So rule of thumb for people who don't know: skinnier tires for snow, wide tires for, I guess, mud. Also, you gotta make sure you gotta enjoy these creature comforts that come with it. Lights that come in the back, a rear that slowly moves down like that. It's got like a little spring assist in there. You got the red tow hooks that's special for the Rubicon. When I say Fox suspension, that's what I mean. The Fox suspension right there. And these are pretty much like relatively stock size tires. Got plenty of usable space in here, plenty of nice interior. It's storage here. The space and seats is nice and usable. It's definitely practical, usable right here. The nice removable hard top is good for wind resistance. Not no BS, no fluff like that. Soft top convertible. There's a Fox suspension. It's funny how Jeeps, a lot of people want to get the angry eyes on a Jeep. That's like pretty common these days. And thank goodness he's come trail rated, because I definitely use the off-road features for this thing. Though surprisingly, I feel like I didn't need all the other features. Just going on the 4x4 was enough for me. Maybe I gotta find somewhere more extreme for the off-road stuff to actually use all those other features. All right, this has been Slay Edge Media. Let's catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe and look out plenty of my other content. I got more content coming out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.